We are reading from Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 4, text 36, translation only. Even if you are considered to be the most sinful of all sinners, when you are situated in the boat of transcendental knowledge, you will be able to cross over the ocean of miseries. Text 37. As a blazing fire turns firewood to ashes, O Arjun, so does the fire of knowledge burn to ashes all reaction to material activities. 38. In this world, there are nothing so sublime and pure as transcendental knowledge. Such knowledge is the mature fruit of all mysticism, and one who has become accomplished in the practice of devotional service enjoys this knowledge within himself in due course of time. 39. A faithful man who is dedicated to transcendental knowledge and who subdues his senses is eligible to achieve such knowledge, and having achieved it, he quickly attains the supreme spiritual peace. 40. But ignorant and faithless person who doubt the revealed scripture do not attain God consciousness. They fall down. For the doubting soul, there is happiness neither in this world nor in the next. 41. One who acts in devotional service, renouncing the fruits of his action, and whose doubts have been destroyed by transcendental knowledge, is situated factually in itself. Thus, he is not bound by reaction of work, O conqueror of riches. 42, last one. Therefore, the doubts which have arisen in your hearts out of ignorance should be slashed by the open knowledge. Armed with yoga, O Bharat, stand and fight. This concludes chapter 42, chapter 4. Next time we will continue on chapter 5, but you want to share some realization?
Yeah.
Anything exciting?
So, let me see here. To me, I haven't read the purport, or at least I don't have anything underlined, but I think in 36, to me, it's very interesting that you are situated in the boat of transcendental knowledge. You'll be able to cross over the ocean of miseries. I think that, to me, that analogy is important because that doesn't mean it's going to be smooth. You know, the old saying is smooth seas don't make a good sailor.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, rocky.
So, yeah.
But
yeah.
you are on board. You are
Yeah.
safe, right? It will be
Yeah.
rocky though.
Yeah. But I think that's obviously it's the perfect analogy because sometimes it's it's tough, and then sometimes it's easy, and sometimes you're getting to see beautiful things as you're traveling. I mean, there's
Yeah.
so many analogies you can bundle in with that are just
Yeah, good idea.
very beautiful. I did have the purport of 38 marked, which just says, when we speak of transcendental knowledge, we do so in terms of spiritual understanding. As such, there is nothing so sublime and pure as transcendental knowledge. Ignorance is the cause of our bondage, and knowledge is the cause of our liberation. This knowledge is the mature fruit of devotional service, and when one is situated in transcendental knowledge, he need not search for peace elsewhere, for he enjoys peace within himself. In other words, this knowledge and peace culminate, increase your consciousness.
Is it 38?
That's the purport of 38. That's what I got.
Okay. All right.
This
That's
is the
nice.
last
Yeah,
word
yeah.
of Bhagavad Gita. Yeah,
Somewhere here, right? I have.
yeah, 38.
So yeah, last one. Oh, okay, knowledge, the peaceful calmness. Okay, Bhagavad Gita. Okay, this is the last word in the Bhagavad Gita. Okay, perfect. Yeah, you hit the jackpot. And
Yeah, that's
how
a
about
good one.
How about another one? Do you have any other realization?
I didn't have anything else marked.
Okay. Yeah, like 36 you have covered, and like Prabhupada is very cleverly, like whenever we read, that's the difference between other book and Bhagavad Gita as it is. That other book, at the end of your Bhagavad Gita reading, you get so much confused, you get bewildered what you read.
No.
But reading this Bhagavad Gita as it is translated by Prabhupada, he will channel and guide us to devotional service. At the end of this book, we will become devotee. Other Bhagavad Gita translated and purported by other writer, You may at the end you may be confused. Like in 36, he is writing in purport, perfect knowledge received from Supreme Personality of Godhead is the path of liberation. So this is something he have mentioned in for this chapter's second text, right? He's repeating same again. If it is received from Supreme Personality of Godhead, it's a path of liberation. And he's also telling that if it is coming from disciplic succession, it is as good as listen from Krishna himself, provided it is unbroken chain of disciplic succession. That's what he declared in second verse of this chapter, right? So it's all interconnected, and Prabhupada very nicely connect there, right? On 37, blazing fire means knowledge of constitutional position of living entity burns everything into ashes. That's very interesting, because even though you do sinful activity, you have knowledge, you have done sinful activity in the past, you have knowledge, you won't commit, and then with that knowledge you can destroy that. There is few things, few nuances, but it is giving hope that you are not stuck. There is a hope that we can move forward, right? 38 you have covered very nicely. 39 last text, last sentence of this 39 I have highlighted is a person who is faithful in Krishna and who controls the senses can easily attain perfection in knowledge of Krishna consciousness without delay. That's very interesting, as like a person who is faithful to Krishna, who controls senses. Controlling senses is not easy, but when you are faithful to Krishna and you practice, that control of senses will happen automatically. So yes, in knowledge that's the requirement, but we cannot forcefully and we cannot artificially control our senses. It happens naturally.
I do think it's interesting because just kind of reading before the purport, the sentence you just read, of course, it's talking about the faith is attained by discharge of devotional service and, of course, by chanting
Yes.
the Maha Mantra,
Yeah.
which cleanses one heart of all material dirt. But then the very next sentence says, over and above this, one should control the senses. So to me, it's funny because you kind of talked before about how, for prasadam, just do the Maha Mantra, it's fine, and then finally you get to here's the next step, So it's like,
Step
that's
by
great,
step.
you're chanting and stuff, but you should control the senses. So I feel like that's like the next step,
And and like in bhakti, when you start chanting, that's the starting position, right? As you start doing servicing, you start doing more association because you want to go deeper and deeper.
Sure.
And to advance in bhakti, start bhakti is easy. To advance more and more, go deeper and deeper. There is a bottomless, right?
Yeah.
That ocean does not have, ocean may have bottom, but bhakti doesn't have any bottom. So you can dive deep and deep. As you go, you more realize. And then like I went all the way down to Cincinnati, like 2-hour drive. I got stuck in traffic when we were going. Half an hour I got stuck also going. Coming it's a 1.5 hour drive. It took me 3 hour 10 minutes. You can imagine how much I got stuck in traffic. But I didn't do this for material benefit, right?
Sure.
I did for service of the Lord. Even though I got stuck, in my heart I feel happiness, right?
Yeah.
Because it is a service. And by doing service, that next level is by doing service, by associating with devotee, and then take opportunity. Gradually you will feel more happier, and gradually you advance. And opportunity of service doesn't come. It gradually comes, because when like people just start to come, we don't ask them to help us, otherwise they will turn away. We'll be nice to them, right? We'll nice to them, we'll feed them prasadam, but later on when they want to dive deep into it, they want to advance, we ask them help, because they ask, what can I do, right? And by doing that, they will advance. So it's a symbiotic relationship. It happens gradually, and we have to have patience, because bhakti is something, it's optional, right? We don't have to do it. None of the living entity have to do it. It's Krishna have given freedom to everybody. But with that freedom, we choose to do it. We do it. So we have to be nice. And as you go deeper, then you want to do more and more.
Yeah.
So there is no limit, right? So that's interesting. And on 40, I have marked few things. Men without faith in God and His revealed word find no good in this world, nor in the next. So faithless people have no hope, right?
Yeah.
For them, there is no happiness whatsoever because they were always struggling. And almost last sentence I have highlighted. One should therefore follow the footsteps of great acharyas who are in the disciplic succession, thereby attain success. We already discussed in previous verse, right?
Yes.
So it's all interconnected. On 41, I found one who follows instruction of Bhagavad Gita as it is, imparted by the Lord. The personality of Godhead himself become free from all doubt by grace of transcendental knowledge. Otherwise, we just read this as a novel, we can never get knowledge.
Yeah.
We have to have love and devotion. Then Krishna will reveal, because there is no difference between Krishna, his script, and his holy name.
Yeah.
So once we become more and more sincere, these scriptures knowledge starts becoming revealed.
It's like putting your glasses on.
Yes.
Like you can't read it. It's
Yeah.
blurry until
Blurry.
you get.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that is the good analogy. You put lens of bhakti,
Yeah.
then wow, everything
you
is
can-
crystal
oh, okay, this
clear.
makes sense, yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's blurry. Yeah, it makes sense, but I didn't really understand.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I got nothing. But you will get nectar here on every
Yeah.
sentence. On 42, last one. This is last. Again, he is saying, equip with your knowledge, stand up and fight. That's where Arjun gets confused, and next chapter, foundation is built, and Arjun will ask, I'm confused. You said knowledge, knowledge, knowledge. With knowledge, and then why am I fighting that, right? That's the question he will ask in the next chapter, and our next chapter continue Karma Yoga, Action and Current Consciousness further deeper from chapter 4. So chapter 4 is building foundation to start a conversation on chapter 5. So we complete chapter 4. Next week we'll do chapter 5, and then I'm going to